Memorial Cup final between the Sherbrooke Beavers and Kitchener Rangers. This is what it's all about. The winner of today's final has its name inscribed on the Memorial Cup, symbolic of junior hockey supremacy in Canada.
I was a young pup. Left my hometown, moved a couple thousand miles away to Kitchener, Ontario to play hockey.
I was 16 and Wendell was 15, and we have been together ever since. He was just, the guy I thought was cute in high school, and I had only ever watched him play football. We would go to the Friday night football games. We started dating, and we went through the 11th grade together, and that summer he was drafted to go play major junior hockey in Canada. And I remember the day he called me and told me, I thought it was the silliest thing I had ever heard, because why would you go away to play hockey? I just, he was just my boyfriend, and I didn't see that hockey was going to be anything big in our lives.
There's Wendell Young, who lost in the Memorial Cup final last year, 5-2. His team did. Fine goaltender in his own right. He's been drafted by the Vancouver Canucks in the 4th round of last year's draft.
So the second year was a chance to get back at it, and really the Memorial Cup is actually the toughest of all the rings because you're limited by age. You basically have 3 years, 4 maximum if you play with an overage. But so it's just as a young kid you can win this, and that's what a lot of people miss out. A lot of hockey players miss out on the Memorial Cup because of age.
And here comes one now that he can that help balance the old schedule there a bit.
Oh, being quick right there. Wendell Young rolled into the crease, and he had to go down on it quickly as it deflected on him.
He's played well this last 5 minutes. He's saved 2 or 3 pretty good shots, could have been goals. And as I say, he's come up when they need him. Of course, he's got that Memorial Cup play-down experience, and this is where it counts.
I don't think that he ever really thought he was ever going to play professional hockey. It was a dream, as it is for many little boys in Canada growing up, but I don't think that he ever thought it was really going to happen.
Like all the championships, there's a whole euphoria going with it. You're kind of in a bubble, and I talk about this winning championship sometimes. I tell guys to back up a little bit and kind of go to the end of the room and stand on a chair and kind of oversee everything, because you kind of miss it, and that's just from experience. I tell guys now, but really it's a situation where your family's there. My parents were there. Everyone was having a great time, and a lot of hard work that we put in. Especially the long summers and the long years of traveling on buses and the whole thing. And it's the fact that there was a relief that it's over, because it is such a long season, and you're the champion for a whole year.
We had been together at that point. We had been together for 3 years, I guess. We had never broken up. We had just managed. I stayed back and went to school, and he moved to Ontario and played hockey, and we flew up, and it was just very exciting. It was very exciting to watch him, because at that point maybe he felt, some good things maybe. At that point he was being scouted by NHL scouts. So we had seen the transition from, major junior scouts were scouting him, now NHL scouts were scouting him. So it was very exciting to see all his hard work, because moving away from home at a young age, younger even than when you would move away to college, was very difficult, I think. Leaving his family, and I think at this point all his hard work had paid off, and he won this championship, and it was very exciting, and it was wonderful to be a part of it and to get to see him accomplish that,
Out there, he's no different than any other player, and he got hit. It's coming up here now, and you're going to see him get belted by Gallant from behind, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. He didn't check him dirty or anything. Now he comes out in front. There's the slash. Now you're going to see a cross-check by, hello there, where's my head?
I was just trying to survive and stay on the team, and then things started turning out, and we started having quite a few good players. We've had actually 3 of my defensemen that I played with. One was Dave Shaw. He played like 15 years in the NHL, and the other 2 were Hall of Famers, and Scott Stevens and Al McGinnis. So I had a pretty good defense in front of me, and we started to realize, hey, we got something special here, and all the predictions were coming out that we should win the Memorial Cup. And actually, it's 3 different leagues. There's the Quebec League, the Ontario League, and the Western League. So you got to win that league, and then you play within a tournament after that to win a championship. So it's quite a process to get to win the Memorial Cup.
To win a championship at any level, whatever level it is, what hard work it takes. And they had gotten to the Memorial Cup finals the year before and didn't win. So you saw the hard work then, and then to see it eventually pay off the next year was very rewarding, you know. And he put in a lot of time. He worked very hard.
And as he's checked by McGinnis, it's cleared in against the boards, and there's going to be a penalty to McGinnis.
I think there was 16 to 18 teams when I was playing, and then the Ontario, so that'd be the Ontario League. So we won the Ontario League back to back. The Quebec League does the same process, and then the Western League. And I think the year we won it, there was like 56 teams, major junior hockey league teams in Canada, whittled down to 4 because there's a host city. So we were fortunate enough to win it. And actually, ironically enough, our first game in the Memorial Cup tournament, we lost 10-4. So I didn't exactly have a good start to the Memorial Cup the year we won it. Came back about 3 or 4 days later and played the same team and beat them 4-0. So the difference was the 10 goals. We still scored 4, but it was the 10 that I let in.
The Kitchener Rangers, we can say right now, have won the Memorial Cup.
You can pretty much say that.
Yeah, so it'll be a drop of the puck.
It was just, you know, we were all young. It was a bunch of, you know, 18, 19, 20-year-old boys and their girlfriends and their families, and a lot of celebrating, a lot of crazy whooping it up, and it was just a lot of fun. It was wonderful.
In comparison now, we thought it was the biggest thing that everything. Now it looks like a high school ring, you know, that's what I bring it out, and they're going, why do you have your high school ring? You know, and again, I told them it could be a mood ring. I don't really care. It symbolizes the championship, and that goes with all the rings. As great and great looking as the rings are, it's a symbol of being on a championship team, and that's the thing. We get together. I'll run into guys that I played with, and we have that bond, and that's what I would say about championship teams. It's the bond that, you know, you fought together, and yeah, you were better than everyone else.